Hey, Cash, did you miss me? That's the first thing I say every morning. And it is also the beginning of a story I never expected to live. As soon as Cash hears my voice, his little ears pop up. He makes a soft hee-haw sound and runs toward me, excited like a child who has waited all night to see their mom again. If you have never met Cash before, you might be very surprised, because Cash is not a dog or a cat. He is a baby donkey who lives inside our house. Yes, that's right, a donkey living with us like a real member of the family. And the way Cash became part of our lives was not normal at all. It all began on a quiet morning that seemed just like any other. That morning, my husband and I only planned to check the fences around our farm. It was something we did often, and nothing seemed special at all. But then, we walked into a quiet corner of the land, where we almost never go. And everything changed. There, in the tall grass still wet with morning dew, we suddenly stopped. A mother donkey had just given birth. What scared us even more was that we had no idea she was in labor. She wasn't supposed to have her baby for a few more weeks. Then we saw him, a tiny baby donkey lying on the ground, shaking and cold. My heart almost dropped. But what truly shocked us was the mother's reaction. She didn't accept her baby. She looked scared and confused, stomping and kicking the ground very close to him, as if she didn't understand what was happening. In that moment, both of us knew one thing clearly. If we didn't act right away, the baby would not survive. That moment lasted only a few seconds, but to us, it felt as long as an hour. The mother donkey was getting more and more scared. She stomped the ground harder, kicking in every direction, and each kick landed dangerously close to the tiny baby shaking under her feet. I didn't have time to think. Something inside me, like a mother's instinct, took over. I ran toward her and opened my arms wide, trying to keep her back and calm her down. My whole body was shaking with fear. I knew that if she pushed me even once, I could get hurt. But behind me, a small baby was waiting for someone to save him. My husband quickly crouched down, cut the umbilical cord, and lifted the baby into his arms. The baby was so light that it felt like a strong breeze could carry him away. "Run!" I shouted, and together we raced toward the house. I could hear the mother donkey crying behind us, her hooves hitting the ground loudly. But we couldn't stop. Every single second could be the baby's last. When we closed the door and held the tiny donkey close, one thing became clear. We had just saved a life, and this was only the beginning of his story. That night was one of the longest nights of my life. We placed the tiny baby donkey on a soft blanket in the living room. His body was cold, his breathing was weak, and his eyes were not fully open. My hands shook as I mixed warm milk, and my husband gently held him like a newborn baby. Every few minutes, we leaned in to check on him. Is he breathing okay? Is he getting warmer? When he finally drank his first drops of milk from the small bottle, we both let out a long breath, like we had just escaped a big storm. We didn't sleep at all. We just sat beside him, listening to his tiny breaths in the dark room. Then something small but powerful happened. The baby slowly moved his head toward me, resting it lightly on my arm. The movement was weak, but full of trust. I looked at my husband. We didn't need to say a single word. This was no longer something temporary. He needed us, and from that moment, we belonged to him too. That first night was the night he became part of our family. The first few weeks felt just like taking care of a real newborn baby. Cash needed to eat on time, stay warm, and hear our voices so he could feel safe. But then, something amazing happened. One morning, when the sunlight came through the window, Cash suddenly stood up strong and made a tiny little jump. His clumsy jump made us laugh, and from that moment on, it was like a switch turned on inside him. Cash started running around the house like a tiny baby horse. He kicked his legs, hopped in the air, then raced from the living room to the kitchen, chasing the tails of our surprised cats. And our dogs? They just stared at him, as if thinking, what kind of little creature is this? Cash learned our routines very fast. He followed us everywhere. If we sat down, he rested his head on our leg. If we cooked, he stood right beside us. Even the sound of the fridge opening made him run to see what was happening. But the sweetest moments were at night. When we brought his bottle, Cash ran over and gently pushed our hands like he was saying, "It's bedtime." After drinking, he always walked to my husband's side of the bed, their own special tradition. In all those moments, we understood something clearly. Cash wasn't just growing up. He was growing up with love. As Cash grew bigger, he showed us something that every loving parent already knows. Love can create a bond stronger than anything else. Even though he was now healthy and full of energy, Cash still didn't like being away from us. If I walked into another room for just a few minutes, he would call out, looking for me. And when I came back, he ran toward me with bright, shiny eyes and gently pushed his head against my hand, just like a child, happy to see their mom again. We still let Cash visit his real mother through the fence every day. It was beautiful to see that they still recognized each other. But after only a short moment, Cash always turned around and ran back to us, the place where he felt safe, warm, and truly home. Those moments made me understand something important. Family is not always created by blood. Sometimes family starts from a special moment, from a small life that needs love, and from a heart that refuses to let go. Cash is not just a donkey living in our house. Cash is part of our family, in a natural and very special way. Looking at Cash now, strong, playful, and full of love, it's hard to believe he was once a tiny baby rejected at birth. But love, patience, and many long nights turned something scary and sad into a real miracle. Cash didn't just change our home. He changed the way we love, the way we care, and the way we see ourselves. If Cash's story made you smile, touched your heart, or helped you believe in kindness again, we would be so happy to have you stay with our little family. Please like the video, subscribe, and follow Cash as he grows up. We still have many simple, beautiful, magical moments to share. From our small home, and from Cash, the little donkey with a big heart. Thank you for believing in second chances.